Well, hello my dear students, how are you all? Okay, welcome to Diksha Karnataka YouTube channel. I hope all of you are doing good. Yes, so I am Ankit Sir asking you to join me in a very important series, which is PU Brahmastra Series for the revision of your boards, right? So this is session number 7, so day 7 for your Brahmastra Series, but day 2, session number 2 of your maths. Okay, in this we'll talk about inverse trigonometric function. Okay, so again we'll talk about some concepts. I'll tell you how to understand the domains and range, how to see the graphs, how to visualize it. I'll give you some concept of that, and then we'll solve questions on it. Okay, again we'll solve MCQs, we'll solve short answer, long answer, all these categories. Okay, so I've taken total 17 questions. We'll solve all of them in the session today. Okay, so I hope you're prepared. I hope you have the same energy that I am having right now. Please take your pen and paper out, solve all the questions with me. If the question is getting lengthier, please make sure that you pause the video and solve the questions from your end, and then come back and check the solutions. Okay, so let me start with the introduction. First we'll talk about what is the weightage of the chapter, what type of questions you can expect. Okay, so let's see. First thing coming up is your weightage. All right, so you can expect over here totally how many questions? 3 questions. This is from your latest blueprint given by your board. Okay, MCQ you can expect 1 question which will carry 1 mark, as you know it. Short answer you can expect another 2 mark question from here, 2 mark over there, and a long short answer another 3 mark category. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6 marks you can expect from this particular chapter. Okay, so a simple chapter, we read it anyway because of the importance of this chapter in the calculus. For that reason I've taken it over here. So 6 marks you can obtain from this chapter by knowing simple concepts and domain and ranges, right? And the graphs also, just to make sure that what is going on behind the question statement. So you should know the graph as well, but not, I don't think they ask questions on the graph, but knowing the graph is very important in ITF. Graph is everything, so please know the graph of all the trigonometric function and all the inverse trigonometric function at the same time. Okay, now moving on to from the weightage we have, so I'll show you what we're going to do. So I have question number 1 to 8 as MCQ, total of 8 questions we're going to solve. 9 to 12, which is going to be 2 marker. So question, how many questions, bacha? 4 question again. And 13 to 17, 3 marker. Okay, again you'll have total of 5 questions there. Okay, now you can take my 2 marker and 3 marker might be very similar, because I've taken some questions which is in the section of 2 marker, has very good importance, has a very good it is a challenging question. It can be asked in 3 marker also. So I'm not taking only very small questions in the 2 marker category. For example, in the MCQ also I've taken a very good question that can be asked for 2 marks as well. Okay, so the question standard I've maintained so that you can expect those questions in the examination. Some PYQs also I've taken. Now one more thing, PYQs have taken some standard questions that you can expect in the examination, or similar question you can expect in the examination, that also I've taken. Also if you want to, let's say I have solved some more questions. Being a student, you want to practice more, you want to feel confident in the chapter. If you want that, I have done a session for the ITF in the PU2 midterm revision. Okay, please go ahead, check that video also. If some question that I'm not doing today here, he will be solved in that session. So let's say if you want to solve some additional questions, please go ahead, watch the session and solve some more questions on the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so now, and the last, I'll tell you what are the most important topics from this chapter. Okay, and that you should not miss at all. Okay, now moving on to the, as I said, graphs are very important. So I'll tell you how the graphs are drawn for both trigonometric and inverse trigonometric function, how we relate it. We'll talk about everything. So looking at the first graph, which is for what? Which is for y equals to sine inverse. This is what? Y equal to sine x first, picture. And what is this? Y equals to sine inverse of x. So first of all, you know that these graphs are what? The function sine x and sine inverse of x is what? Again, inverse means what? They're invertible to each other, means the mirror image of this graph about which line? About this line, bacha. Okay, so if I draw this line like this, which line is this? Y equals to x line. If you take the image about this line, you're gonna get the graph of this. If you're not sure, I'll show you. Please check here. Please check. So if you check, what is this graph for? Y equal to sine inverse of x. If you check the image of this point, how will this come like? It will come like this, no? Doesn't that look like the graph of sine x? Correct? This and these two are mirror images, right? So you can see here the mirror image of this sine inverse of x will be looking like sine of x. This is what? This represents sine inverse of x, and this represents what? Sine x. So I can just show you they are mirror image about y equal to x9. Okay, that's the definition of inverse function. Now one more thing, if you see here, when can I call a function to be invertible? When they are 1 1 on 2, right? We talked about this. So 1 1 onto function, is it over here? Please check. Sir, 1 1 means what? 1 1 means if I draw a straight line, the function has to be having only one point of intersection. But if you draw it like this for sin x, you have infinite number of intersections. Then what we do to make this function invertible, we we cut out some domain, and that is called as principal domain. And what is that cut out domain? If you check here, this part, only this much. Okay, from minus pi by 2, what is the condition, bacha? Minus pi by 2 to this condition, pi by 2. In this particular domain only, what is this called as? Truncated domain, or domain which is cut off, okay? Or also principal domain value from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. We're gonna, please check here, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. The sine inverse of x will not be there for all the values. You'll have the branching, obviously, it'll continue like that. But to draw the inverse, you have to take what? Only the the graph which is, or reduced domain, if you want to call. So minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 we're going to consider. All right, so let me just erase this box. Okay, so this is what is called as, so now the values of this graph will be called as principal values. Okay, so you have to, if somebody is asking you to draw the graph, or please find the principal value of the function, okay, then you, for the inverse function, you're going to write what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now one more thing, for inverse function, you know that very well. What is it? What's the domain, bacha? Domain is in this case all real. What's the range, bacha? What is the range here? Please tell me. Okay, the range will be over here as, again, minus 1 to 1 closed, right? Minus 1 to 1 closed. But are we considering all the domain? No, sir. If you see the truncated domain, what is it? Truncated domain. Truncated domain is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now in the inverse function, what will happen? The domain will become range and range will become domain. You know that very well, okay? So my domain will become what? Minus 1 to 1, and range will become what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. I'll show you. Please check the y value. That is the range, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. What's the domain? Minus 1 to 1, right? This is the understanding of your sine inverse x graph, okay? Y equal to sine inverse of x from here. Same is for cos inverse of x. This is the curve, right, for cos inverse of x. Okay, now from the domain that we are looking over here, what is it? Y from 0 to pi. Why this, sir? To make it, 1 1 on 2, means invertible. If you draw a line like this, in this only purple side, if you see, we have how many intersections? Only one intersection. If you take, and this part also will become more than one intersection. So to make it invertible, to make it 1 1 on 2, we take the domain from what to what? 0 to pi. So what is the domain here, bacha? Please see. This is y equal to cos x. What's the domain, Balak? Domain is 0 to pi. What's the range? Range is what? Minus 1 to 1. Minus 1 to 1. It will become inverted, means for range will become, in this case, what is this? Y equal to cos inverse of x. In this case, what will happen? What will happen, bacha? Your domain will become minus 1 to 1, and range will become 0 to pi. One more thing, any inverse trigonometric function, the value of inverse trigonometric function will always be an angle. If you solve an inverse trigonometric function, the value will be what? Let's say equation is given, right? For inverse trigonometric function, if you solve it, the result will be always an angle. Okay? Please see. So now the image part, sir. What is the mirror image part, sir? Check. I can show you. I can make you, see this as well. So if you draw the line y equal to x like this, okay, how will the image of this part look like? Something like this. Correct? Image of this part, the small part like this. And what about this image? Will look like this only, no? Please check. Doesn't look this two part very symmetrical? This purple part and the black part that I've drawn. And what about this part? This also looks very symmetrical. Now please see the black line, only this black line. That's what the curve of y equals to cos inverse x is there. Yes or no? Correct? Okay. Now this is for the cos inverse. This is the analysis of, this is understanding of cos inverse of x. Okay. How the graph is plotted. What is the domain and range. Okay. I wanted to tell you. So I hope you understood this part. Moving on. I hope all of this is visible, bacha. Moving on to the next function, which is y equal to tan x over here. Okay. And y equal to tan inverse of x over here. What's the domain, sir? What's the domain, sir? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 open, sir. What's the range, sir? Range is all real. excuse me, all real numbers. What will happen to this? Domain will become what, bacha? Domain will become minus pi, sorry, yeah. Domain will become what? All real. So infinity, basically minus infinity to plus infinity. And what is the range? Range will become what? Range will become minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 open. Okay, this is open condition. This is open condition. Okay. Yes. Now if you see here, if you draw a line like this, okay, not over here, forgive me. If you draw a line over this, you'll get what? 1 1 function is already there. It's a 1 1 function. Okay, it's not a problem. It is 1 1 and on 2. For that reason, I didn't have to truncate the domain and range in this condition. Okay, this is the inverse graph. How will it look like? If you take the image about this, y equal to x line, if you take the image, something like this, and for this slide, correct. So the purple one will come over here for the negative x-axis, negative y-axis value, and for this, for the third quadrant, this is the image. For first quadrant, this is the image. So you can see here, same graph is for y equal to tan inverse of x. Yes, sir. And this is a line, sir. What line is this? Y equal to x line. Okay. I hope this is okay. Now have a look. Moving on to, I have given a listed form of all the domain and range for all the functions. I'll just read it for you once. For y equals tan inverse of x, what's the domain? I said no, it'll change. And one thing, for all this inverse trigonometric function, what's the result? The result is always an angle. Check here. These are all angle values, right? Okay. What are these? The domain values. Have a look. Okay. Chali. Let's move on to the next thing. To download these notes, you know that, please join the WhatsApp channel and get the notes delivered to you in your WhatsApp. Okay. The principal, so that you can read from this particular slide. The principal value of branch. I have not read this slide, bacha. That's why I said I have not read this slide. It's a simple thing. We'll see whenever it's important. If you need me to, I'll come back and read it. Just I've given a list of it so that for you, you'll have one thing, all of the things to revise at one place. Okay. Chali. Now moving on to the questions. MCQ category number 1. Let's buck up. Take your pen and paper out and solve the question. Give me the answer. This you should give me without even thinking once, sir. Answer for principal value branch of cot inverse of x 0 to pi. Answer is B. Not sure. Have a look. 0 to pi. Both are open, sir. Both are open. It's not closed. Both are open. Okay. So question number 1, option B is correct answer. Moving to question number 2. Principal value of cosec inverse of, okay, minus root 2. So do one thing. So become what? Minus cosec inverse of root 2. Cosec of root 2 is what? Cosec of root 2 is, what does it tell me? Cosec inverse of root 2 is what, bacha? Pi by, okay, 4, no? So minus pi by 4, which option? Option A. So yes, you have to know the angle values for trigonometric ratios for all the special angles. Which angle is this? 30, 0, 30, 60, 45, 90. Okay, you have to know all these values. So from there you can understand and get this answer. Okay, so answer is minus pi by 4, option number A again. Okay, the value of tan inverse of 1 plus cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 plus sin inverse of minus 1 by 2 is equal to, we'll have to solve it. Please check. Tan inverse of 1, bacha, simply pi by 4. Cos inverse of minus will become what? Tell me here. Pi minus, we know that. Cos inverse of theta, minus theta is what? See this. Sin inverse of theta is what? Sorry, forgive me. Sin inverse of minus theta. Another important concept. It comes here, so I've written here over here. Is equals to minus sin inverse of theta. Pi minus cos inverse of theta. Okay, now please have a look for this question. So pi minus cos inverse of what? Cos inverse of 1 by 2. Okay, close this. This is written as sin inverse of 1 by 2. Please check. Pi by 4. Okay, I've taken the minus sign outside. That's why it's minus here. Pi by 4 plus pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2. How much is that? Sir, pi by 3. 60 degree, no? Cos 60 is what? 1 by 2. So cos inverse of 60, cos inverse of 1 by 2 is how much? 60 degree. So pi by 3. What is this? Sir, pi by 6. Sin is 1 by 2 at 30 degrees, so pi by 6. Please check. So if you want to take this pi by 4 plus, how much is this? 2 pi by 3 plus, sorry, not plus, minus pi by 6. What's the LCM, bacha? LCM is, sir, 12. So 4 3s are, so 3 pi, okay, plus 3 4s are, so 8 pi, right? Okay, and 6 2s are, so minus 2 pi. How much is that? 3 plus 8, 11. 11 minus 2, 9. So 9 pi by 12, how much is that? 3 pi by 4. Any option like this? Correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Yes? Just know all the angles and know these properties. Make a note of it. I have not written it as a concept, but it is very, very important. You have to know. So you have to know these things. You have to know the formulas for trigonometry, for trigonometric identity, to be able to solve the questions from ITF or anything. It might, come back in calculus also. This is okay. Now, question number 4. Sine of pi minus 3 minus sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. Can you solve it? Of course, sir. Please check. Sine pi by 3 will write as it is. Okay, please check. Minus. Now this sine inverse of minus theta, I can take minus outside. So minus will become what? Plus. Sine inverse of minus theta will become minus sine theta. There is already a minus over here, so plus sine inverse of 1 by 2. How much is that, bacha? Please check. Sine inverse of pi by, sorry, not sine inverse, not sine inverse, sine of pi by 3 plus sine inverse of 1 by 2 is how much? Pi by 6. If you remember this, please check. Pi by 3 is how much? 60 degree. How much is this? 30 degree. I can write in radians also. It will come as pi by 2. This will come as pi by 2, bacha. Not a problem. So what is this? Sine 90 degrees, how much, bacha? Tell me. Just to make you understand. Pi by 3, 60. Pi by 6, 30. How much is it? 1. Simple problem, sirs. Okay? Simple questions. Alright? Chali. Question number 5. Find the value of tan inverse of 2 cos of 2 sin inverse of 1 by 2. कर लेते हैं. Let's solve it. Tan inverse of 2 cos 2 sin inverse of 1 by 2. Okay. So I can just write that answer from here. What is sin inverse of 1 by 2? We know that by now it's pi by 6. What is this going to be? Pi by 3. What I'm getting now? Tan inverse of 2 cos pi by 3. Tell me, what is cos pi by 3? Cos pi by 3 is how much, sir? 2 here. Cos pi by 3 is going to be what, sir? Root 3 by 2. Okay? Root 3 by 2. Alright. What's my answer? Cos pi by 3, right? Yeah. Cos pi by 3. No. Cos pi by 3 is not root 3 by 2. Forgive me. Cos 60 degree, right? It's 1 by 2 again. Cos 30, cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2. Okay, it's cos, no? I was thinking of sine. So 2 and 2 will go out. What's my answer? Tan inverse of 1. Forgive me. Cos of pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 and 2 will cancel. Tan inverse of 1 is how much? Pi by 4. Pi by 4, option D. Okay. So yes, you need to know, since the MCQ is coming for your boards, it means you have to expect one of the questions like this in your boards. So you need to know the table of the trigonometric ratio for special angles. Please do not forget it. Please go ahead, revise it today only. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Moving on to question number 6. The principal value of sine inverse, okay, sine 3 pi by 5. Okay, चलिए करते हैं. Sine. How can I write the angle 3 pi by 5? Please check. Pi minus 2 pi by 5, bacha. Yes, no? Pi minus 2 pi by 5 is how much? 3 pi by 5. If you're not sure, do it. Do it, sir. Okay, LCM is 5. 5 pi minus 2 pi. How much is that? 3 pi by 5. I can write 3 pi by 5 as pi minus 2 pi by 5. What is that going to be? Tell me here. Sine inverse of. Sine of what, bacha? Sine of. Simply sine pi minus theta. Which quadrant? Second quadrant. So which is going to be simply sine theta. Sine inverse of sine theta. What is it? Sine inverse of sine theta. How much is that, bacha? Simply theta. Simply theta. What is the answer then? What is theta here? Please compare. 2 pi by 5. C. Option number C. Option number C. All right. Moving on. चलिए आगे बढ़े. 6 is done. 7th question. 7th problem. The value of cot inverse of 1 upon x square minus 1. Very simple question. I have to use identity now for trigonometry. Please see. You'll have a lot of questions like this. So you have to know all the identities. Take x as sec theta. Take x as sec theta. Sec square theta minus 1. Okay. What's sec square theta minus 1? Simply say tan square theta. This is going to be what, bacha? Tan square theta. What I've taken? I've taken sec theta equals to x, bacha. Okay. What does this be? Tell me, what does this be? Cot inverse of 1 upon tan. How much is that? Cot inverse of 1 upon tan is cot theta. What is this going to be? Simply theta. Now if my sec theta equals to x, what is theta equals to? Sec inverse of x. The answer is what? Simply sec inverse of x. C. Simple question. Extremely simple question or not? Yes, just know the identity. What to use where? What to use as substitution. So what is substitution? Sec theta equals to x. Moving on to the question number 8. Cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x is given as 3 cos inverse of x. This is going to be true for which of the condition of x? So to find the domain here, they can ask you two type of question. Okay, whether they'll give you the domain and ask you to prove the statement, or they have given this and ask you to which domain it is true for. Okay, so do one thing. First take the substitution here. Take x equals to cos theta, right? Cos theta. Now if you do that, please check here. Please check here. What is this going to be, bacha? This is going to be simply 4 cos cube theta. Okay, 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, right? And how much is that? Simply 3, what do you call? Simply, yeah, cos theta. Please check. I don't have to do this, but I'm just giving you the formula anyway. Cos 3 theta. Okay, now please check. How much is that? 3 times of theta. If I take in x as cos theta, then what is it? Then cos inverse of x will be what, bacha? Theta, no? If x is cos theta, then what is cos inverse of x? Theta. I just need this value. Now please check. This value is the condition. So 3 theta will vary from where? What is the range? Range for this whole thing is what? 0 to pi. 0 to pi, right? For cos. Equality will be there, right? Now apply cos on, okay, just take 3 on this side. So 0 by 3 first, theta, pi by 3. Now apply cos on all sides. So cos of 0 degree or 0 radians, and this is going to be what? Cos theta and cos of pi by 3. What do we know? Cos is a decreasing function. So this decreasing function means it invert the inequality. Will become what? Greater than, less than, greater than and equal to, greater than and equal to. The less than will become greater than and equal to. So if you want, you can write it as cos 0 is 1. Cos theta is what, bacha? Simply cos theta. And what is this? You can take it from here also. Cos theta is what? X actually. Okay. And what is cos pi by 3? 1 by 2. Now write this value again over here. So I'll just rewrite it in inverted way. So 1 by 2 I'll write first. Less than equal to cos theta. Less than equal to 1. What is it? 1 by 2 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. How come, sir? From the substitution. From here. X as cos theta, no? So from here I can get it as 1 by 2 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. This is not relevant. This is used when we have to prove the statement. We don't have to prove it. They have already given it. So you have to take for what condition? 3 theta. From where? From here. Okay. What is this? What is 0 and pi? The range. 0 and pi is range of cos inverse of x. 0 to pi. I hope this is clear. Answer is what? B. Answer is B, sir. Simple. Okay, a very good question. Even though this is the 1 marker, can come for 2 marker, 3 marker, any category, and you will get full marks if you get your steps like this. Okay, so shall I move on to the next question? Question number, okay, 8th is done. Question number 9. Next category, short answer type question, 2 marker. Okay, first one, write the following function in the simplest form. कर लेते हैं. Again, what we have to do? We have to use some substitution. take x as a sine theta. Take x as a sine theta. I'll tell you why. I need a, right, because there's already a present over here. And sine theta, because I have 1 minus sine square theta forming over here, will become cos. Okay, so please check. So tan inverse of a sine theta upon root under a square minus a square sine square theta, because there is a x square over here. So a square sine square theta. Please check. Tan inverse of a sine theta, bacha, right? Take a square common over here in the root. So a square times of 1 minus sine square theta. Please check, bacha. Tan inverse of a sine theta upon, take the root now. Okay, so this is a square. What is 1 minus sine square? It's a cos square theta. How much is it, bacha? Cos square theta. Okay, now please check here. Tan inverse, this is a sine theta. Now take the root. A cos theta. A and A is gone. What I have left now? I am left with tan inverse of tan theta. Sine by cos is how much? Tan theta. What is the answer? Answer is, 1 second. The answer is theta. Okay, now please check. X equals to a sine theta that I have given. This is the answer, right? X equals to a sine theta. I have taken the assumption. Please check, what is sine theta going to be? Sine theta is going to be x by a. What's theta going to be? Sine inverse of x by a. What is my answer? This is my final answer. Please have a look. Sine inverse of x by a. Answer for this is what? Sine inverse of x by a. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Moving on to question number 10. Asan, simple one, right? Previous one. Just take x as a sine theta. Question number 10. Find the values of each of the following. Tan inverse 2 cos 2 sine inverse of 1 by 2. Achha, I've done this question, no? I got this as, I think, what, pi by 4, right? Please check. Please check. Okay. Solve it from your side also. I've got this question. So I've written here why, because the thing is, I wanted to show you, they've asked this question again. It means this is a part of P by Q. This is a part of P by Q, bacha. So they've repeated the question. That's why I've taken it over here. Please check. Which was this? Over here. Tan inverse of 2 cos 2 sine inverse of 1 by 2 is pi by 4. Answer is pi by 4. That's what I've got over here. Answer is pi by 4. This is your answer. Okay, but please solve it. Please solve it from your side also. So I hope you are solving your questions from your side. If I'm getting too fast, do one thing, pause the video, solve the questions from your side at the same time. Okay, चलिए आगे बढ़े. Question number 11. This has 2 parts. Achha, this question I solved right now, no? What was this value as? This is sec inverse of x. This was sec inverse of x. Again, papers question. Okay, sec inverse of x. So second part, first part I'll solve it for you. Okay, first part, so have a look. What's the question, sir? Tan inverse of cos x upon 1 minus sin x. Okay, how will you solve it? Can I, okay, I can do this. I'll write cos x as, please check. Again, I need to know the formula. Cos 2x equals to what, bacha? Is equals to cos square x minus sin square x, and also sin 2x equals to what? 2 sin x cos x. I need to know all the identities, okay, to solve the questions over here. So cos x will become what? Cos square x by 2, right? By 2 minus sin square x by 2. How come by 2, sir? Please understand this. This is just x, not 2x. So I have to write it half, no? When it was 2x, it was x. Means I have to write half. So x will become x by 2. What about this one? I can write it as sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 minus 2 sin x by 2 times cos x by 2. From where? Please check. Sin 2x will come over here for sin x, and for 1 I'm writing sin square plus cos square. Okay, now please check. So tan inverse of what, bacha? Cos square minus sin square. So a square minus b square I can write for this. A square minus b square will become what? So cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 multiplied with what? A minus b, so I have to write a plus b also. Cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. Now check the denominator. A square b square minus 2ab. So a minus b the whole square. So cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 the whole square. The whole square, right? Okay, great. Now have a look. This I can cancel with one of the from here, from the denominator. Cos minus sin, cos minus sin. What I'm left with, please check. Tan inverse of cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2, cot x by 2 plus sin x by 2, okay, upon what is the denominator? Same thing with the minus sign. Okay, correct? Okay, now let me write it over here on the next slide. So what I am having so far, tan inverse of cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 upon cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. Have a look. Yes, same thing is written over there. Now divide everything in the bracket over here, the fraction, by cos x by 2. What are you going to get? Why we are doing this, sir? To get the tan part. Okay, so it will become what? Cos by cos will become 1. It will become what? Plus tan x by 2. How come, sir? Sin by cos is tan, bacha, that's why. Over here 1 minus tan x by 2. Okay, please check. What is this value? Tan inverse of, okay, tan inverse of what? I can write this for tan inverse of, for this part, tan inverse of pi by 4, right? Yeah, tan inverse of pi by 4 plus tan, okay, not tan inverse, tan, one second, tan pi by 4 plus tan x by 2 upon 1 minus tan pi by 4 times tan x by 2. Can you see this? Tan pi by 4 is how much? 1. That's why I'm writing everywhere the 1 is, not this one. Nothing is multiplied over here. So what is it going to be? Nothing is multiplied means 1 is multiplied. So I'm writing 1 as tan pi by 4. This is the formula, right? Please check. Tan inverse of what? Tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2. Tan inverse of tan is how much? Tan inverse of tan is, sir, simply theta. So pi by 4 plus x by 2. My final answer. Okay, x is the variable given here. I can write it in terms of x also. So what is my final answer? Pi of 4 plus x by 2. Have a look from the beginning. I hope this is visible. Yes, what did we do? We just used the identities from trigonometric over here, cos 2x sin 2x, and we got in terms of cos x by 2 sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2, divided everything in the bracket over here by cos x by 2, got in terms of tan, applied the formula. Watch, which formula is this? Tan a plus b, tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. This formula, sir. If you're forgetting this, tan a plus b is what? Tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. Achha, one more thing, you can have a different approach also. This is simply tan inverse of, if you want, no, you can write somebody, we can answer from here also. So simply tan inverse of 1 plus tan inverse of x by 2, tan x by 2, sorry, tan inverse of tan x by 2. You can write from here also. That also is correct. Tan x by 2. If you check here, what is the answer going to become from here? Answer going to be pi by 4 plus tan inverse of tan x by 2. Same answer. So if you want, you can take this approach, okay, or you can take that approach also. That's also a formula. Tan inverse of a plus b. Tan inverse of a plus tan inverse of b is what? Tan inverse of a plus b upon 1 minus AB. Okay, great. All right, now moving on. So have a look. Okay, so second part I've already done, right? Second inverse of x. I've done this question in MCQ. Please have a look. So please solve this question. Take your time. If you're not able to solve this right now, take a pause and solve this question from your, take your time. And then this is a very good question. You have to solve it. You must solve it. Okay. Chaliye. Find the values of each of the following. Okay. Each of the following. Okay. Maybe this is a more than one question. So let's solve this. Acha, we have to find this condition. Okay. Okay. How can I simplify this, sir? Let's see. So I can write it as tan 1 by 2 will be writing as it is. Acha, the formulas. Please check the formulas here. Sine inverse. What is this going to be? Sine inverse. Okay. One second. So first of all, if I take this substitution x as what? Tan theta. X as tan theta. Okay. Then this formula 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. How much is this? Sine 2 theta. Correct? Or let's take this as alpha. Okay. This is alpha. Okay. 1 second. Just give me 1 second, bacha. I have to take twice, so I'm taking this angle to be alpha. Alpha and alpha. Correct? Sine 2 alpha. Sorry. Yes. This is the formula. If I take x as tan alpha, this whole thing will become what? 2 tan alpha upon 1 plus tan square alpha. So this is what? Sine 2 alpha. Okay. Same way, if I take this from here, if I take y as tan beta, what will that become? It will become 1 minus tan square beta upon 1 plus tan square beta. And how much is this? Simply cos 2 beta. Very important result. I hope you are able to remember this. Okay, you learned in PU1. Okay, now I'm going to use it over here. So instead of writing this 2x upon 1 plus x square, I'll write it as sine 2 alpha. So this will become what? Sine inverse of sine 2 alpha. Okay, and same thing I'll do for cos. So cos inverse of cos 2 alpha. Okay, great. What is going to be, bacha? Tell me. Please continue from here. 1 by 2. How much is this? Simply 2 alpha plus 2 beta. I wrote here there's alpha. No, this is beta, right? Because the variable is y in this case. This is going to be beta, not alpha. Okay. Now I can cancel this 2 and 2. What I'm ending up with? Tan of alpha plus beta. Now please check here. If x is tan alpha, what is alpha? If x is tan alpha, alpha is tan inverse of x. Please see. X is tan alpha. I have taken my assumption. What is alpha? Tan inverse of x. What is alpha? Tan inverse of x. What's about beta? Y is tan beta. So what is beta? Tan inverse of y. Write it here. Tan inverse of y. Okay. Now I can continue this as tan inverse. Okay, not tan inverse. Tan. Okay. Another formula that I explained to you right now, tan inverse of a plus tan inverse of b is what? What is it, sir? Tan inverse of a plus b, so x plus y upon 1 minus ab, so 1 minus xy. Okay. Tan of tan inverse is how much? Simply gone. Tan and tan will be cancelling each other, inverse function. So x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay. So forgive me, the question statement is incorrect here. We have to not find the value. Okay. We have to do what? Simplify. Please change this. Typing error. Okay. I think it's a mistake in some place that I have taken the question from. So please check this. Simplify is the question statement. We simplified this question to be what? X plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay. X plus y upon 1 minus xy. Check here. Tan of 1 by 2 is coming as x plus this whole thing. 1 by 2 sin inverse of 2x upon 1 plus x square. Cos inverse of 1 minus y square upon 1 plus y square. Okay. Now please check what is the formula that we used. 2 tan alpha plus 1 plus tan square alpha is what? Sine 2 alpha, and 1 minus tan square beta upon 1 plus tan square beta is what? Cos 2 beta. We used it over here for the first case only, and then we got, after this is after substitution, we had to do it for alpha and beta again. What is it going to be? Tan inverse of x, tan inverse of y. The formula that I explained to you right now for the previous question, answer is what? Tan of tan inverse is they will cancel each other, the effect x plus y upon 1 minus xy. This is my final answer. This is my final answer. Please have a look. Okay, I hope this is visible. Yes, moving on to question number 13, sir. Question number 13, sir. Now 3 marker. Okay, this same formula I can use now, na? Please check. Tan inverse, we know that right now. Tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of x. How much is that, bacha? This is nothing but, sir, tan inverse of 1 minus x upon 1 plus 1 into x. Right? Tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b. Tan inverse of a minus b upon 1 plus ab. Please check this. So tan inverse of what? 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. So I can write this whole thing as what? This statement. So this whole thing becomes what? Tan inverse of 1 plus, not plus, minus tan inverse of what? X equals to what? The RHS that is given, 1 by 2, okay, tan inverse of x. Okay, chali. Now I'll bring this thing over here. Please check. How much is this? Tan inverse of 1 is what? Pi by 4. And this will become what? This will become 1 by 2 tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of x. Okay, how much is that? Simply 3 by 2 tan inverse of x equals to pi by 4. All right, I can cancel this 2 with this 4. So 2, and bring this 3 over here again. It will become what? Pi by 6 equals to tan inverse of x. Now take the tan on this side. It will result into tan pi by 6 equals to x. Tan pi by 6 equals to x. I'm taking this tan on this side. Okay, tan pi by 6 equals to x. What is the answer? My final answer is, I can write from here only, x equals to 1 by root 3. X equals to 1 by root 3. I can write better. Okay, 1 upon root 3, bacha. This is my final answer. Okay, 1 upon root 3. Answer if you want, please write it over here. Answer is 1 upon root 3. Yes, yes, I hope this is okay. You understood this? All right, please have a look. Okay, then I'll go to the next question. Simple question, simple condition. What is the condition here? Just this thing. Just remember this thing. Yes, sir. Okay, moving on to question number 14. Write the simplest form of tan inverse. I've done this similar question right now, no? Same question I've done over here, I think. Please check. Tan inverse, divide everything by cos. It will become what? 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x. Right? Tan inverse of 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x. What is this going to be? Tell me here. Tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of tan x, right? Same formula. What is this? Tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b. So from this formula I'm saying, tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b. Please check. How much is that? Tan inverse of a minus b upon 1 plus ab. 1 plus ab. 1 plus ab. So a in this case is what? 1, and b in this case is what? Tan x. So 1 minus tan x and 1 plus 1 into tan x. How much is that? Simply tan x. So please check. Pi by 4 over here minus, how much is that? X. Answer is what? Pi by 4 minus x. Simple question. Okay, 2 marker also you can expect. This can be asked for 2 marker also and 3 marker as well. Okay, remember this formula. Shall I move on? Very simple question. Question number 15. Prove that cos inverse of 4 by 5 cos inverse of 12 by 13 equal to cos inverse of 33 by 65. A very good question. You'll see now. So okay, first of all, I have to find the value of assumptions. Okay, so please check. If I take this to be a, if I take this to be cos inverse of 4 by 5 a, so my first assumption is this. From here I can get what? cos A is 4 by 5. So what is sin A? Sin A is equal to 1 minus root of 4 square by 5 square. How much is that, bacha? 25 minus 16 upon 25, 3 by 5, right? So 9 by 25 is what? 3 by 5. This is what? This is sin A. Okay. Same way, next assumption. Please check. Next assumption. Cos inverse of 12 by 13 equals to B. Equals to B, sir. So what is cos B equals to 12 by 13? Now please check here. I get sin B now equal to what? Root under 1 minus cos square B. How much is that? 1 minus 12 square is how much? 144 upon 13 square is how much? 169. Please check. 169 minus 144 upon 169 in the root. How much is that? 25. Root is how much? 5. This is 13. This is my sin B value. Okay? Sin B value. Sin B value is how much? Not visible properly. 5 by 13. This is sin B, bacha. 5 by 13. Okay. Now check this out. Okay. If I'm writing here cos of, one second, cos of A plus B. I'm writing what? Cos of A plus B. What's the formula for cos of A plus B? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. We know cos A cos B sin A sin B. So please check here. So this will become what? This whole thing will become cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Please put the value of cos A. How much is cos A, sir? From here, 4 by 5. Cos B from here, sir, 12 by 13. Okay, minus sin A. Sin A is what, sir? 3 by 5. And sin B is what? 5 by 13. Okay, please check. 5 by 13. Okay, now multiply this. 48, 12 to the 4 was the 48 by 65 minus 15 by 65 over here. Take the LCM. 65 is this. And how much is getting? 8 minus 5 is 3. How much we are getting? 8 minus 5 is 3. 33. So what we are getting? This is what? Cos of A plus B. Please check. Cos of A plus B is 33 by 65. Okay. We are getting something over there. Please check now. So cos of A plus B, I have got it as 33. I got it as 33 by 65, right? 33 by 65. Take cos inverse. It's going to be what? A plus B equals to cos inverse of 33 by 65. Yes, what is A value? Please check. A value is cos inverse of 4 by 5. What's the B value? B value is cos inverse of 12 by 13. Cos inverse of 12 by 13 equals to what? Whatever I had on the right hand side. And this is what we had to prove. This is the final answer, right? This is the final answer. Please check. 4 by 5, 12 by 13, 33 by 65. So, hence proved, sir. Hence proved, sir. A very good question. Okay. Chali. Please make sure that the steps are very simple. Okay. Why I did cos in like this formula? Why did I use it? Because I had the cos inverse approach over here. Okay. Chali. Okay. Have a look. I hope this is all visible to you. Okay. This also is question number 16. The last two questions that we have. The last question has sub questions, so we'll solve all the questions again in the last question. For now, a very good question. This also is very, very good question. We have to use substitution. I hope you can give me the answer for the substitution right now. Okay. So x would be what? What can I take for x? So looking at this two things comes to our mind. One thing is substitution, second thing is rationalization. If you are thinking like that, I'll tell you why not to take rationalization. If you do that, bacha, let's say rationalize denominator. You will have this as simple 1 plus x or minus 1 plus x. Okay, that is okay, that is all right. What about the numerator? You'll have another irrational term in the numerator. So don't do that. Okay, it will be very complicated in that way. What about substitution? So substitution, if I'm doing, I have to think of substitution where I have a whole square, because I have root. No, I have to get rid of the roots first. So to get rid of the root, I need to have those substitution where I need whole square. So if you remember cos 2 theta, they have a whole square, right? So I am gonna use that condition. Cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta. Now sin 2 theta formula doesn't have a whole square, sorry, forgive me. Cos 2 theta formula. What is the cos 2 theta formula? Cos 2 theta is equals to 2 cos square theta minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Am I right? Correct? These are the two formulas for cos 2 theta. So I'm going to take x as what? My x is going to be simply cos 2 theta, bacha. Okay, now check the LHS part. Only LHS I'm going to use. Check this out. Tan inverse, okay, root of 1 plus cos 2 theta minus 1 minus cos 2 theta. Okay, same will be written over here. 1 plus cos 2 theta plus 1 minus cos 2 theta, and yeah, all right. So 1 plus cos 2 theta, please check. If I bring this 1 over here, it'll become what? 1 plus cos 2 theta. And what is that going to be? 2 cos square theta. I'll repeat. If I bring this 1 over here, it'll become what? 2 cos square theta. So write it here. This whole thing will become what? Simply 2 cos square theta. So tan inverse under the root 2 cos square theta minus 1 minus cos 2 theta. Please check. If I bring this on this side, okay, I'll show you. Bring this over here and bring this over here. This will become 2 sin square theta equals to 1 minus cos 2 theta. Please use it. 2 sin square theta. Okay. Same thing will be written over here. Yes. Excellent. Now take the root now for all the terms. So I'm left with what? Root 2 will come outside. This is simply cos theta minus root 2 again sin theta upon root 2 again. What is it? Cos theta plus what is it? Root 2 again sin theta. All right. Now please check. If I take root 2 common, from both the terms will cancel. So I can cancel it like this also. Not like this directly. I can take root 2 common, right? In both numerator and denominator. Then I can cancel, no? That's fine. If you want, let's take, I'm going to write it here. Root 2 is common, sir. So please take it common and cancel. Okay? I hope you understand that. So what I'm getting, please see. My step is tan inverse, what is it? Cos theta minus sin theta upon cos theta plus sin theta. I know all of you know the next step now because I've done 2 questions like this. Okay? Yes. Now divide everything by cos. Tan inverse of what, bacha? Cos, if you divide 1 minus tan theta upon 1 plus tan theta. I have written the formula tan inverse of a minus b. This will become what? Tan inverse of tan. Achha, I can do it directly also from here. I don't have to do it like this. I've written the formula so many times. Tan inverse of a minus b is what? Tan inverse of a minus b upon tan inverse of a plus b. Okay? I was saying this. Tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b, okay, is equals to what? Tan inverse of a minus b upon 1 plus ab. Use that. A minus b, 1 plus ab. So what I'm going to get this for? Tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of what? Tan theta, sir. tan inverse of tan theta. What is that going to be, bacha? Tell me here. It's going to be pi by 4 minus theta. Okay, what's the theta value? Okay, that is I have to take this condition from here. Please check. So this is the condition now so far. Now we have taken x equals to cos 2 theta, right? So bring this over here. Cos inverse will become cos inverse of x equals to 2 theta. What is theta going to be? 1 by 2 times of cos inverse of x. Now put it here. What's my answer? Pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 times of cos inverse of x. And this is nothing but RHS, sir. Hence what we have done, we have proved LHS equals to RHS. Okay? Yes, LHS equals to RHS. Please check. Pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 cos inverse of x. Pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 cos inverse of x. Over here. Okay? Simple enough. Very simple. Not simple, but yeah, challenging somewhat. But you can solve it. I know you can solve it. I know that you must have solved it by now. Only hint that you needed was to take x equals to cos 2 theta. Okay? Please have a look. Alright. So we'll move on to the last problem that we're going to solve in ITF. As I've already told you, so I hope this is visible. Okay, as I've already told you, if you want to solve more questions, bacha, what you can do? What can you do? I've done some more questions on the PU series for the midterm. I've taken most of the questions that you need to. I've taken PYQs also. But if you are somebody who wants to solve more questions on ITF, if you still feel that, okay, sir, maybe 4 or 5 more questions, you can solve those questions in the, go ahead, check the video for the midterm series and solve questions from there also. Any doubt? Let me know in this comment section. Okay, please let me know in the comment section. Now question number 17. Solve the following equations. 2 tan inverse of cos x equals to tan inverse of 2 cosec x. 2 tan inverse of cos x equals to tan inverse of 2 cosec x. Okay, excellent question. Okay, Asha, this we have solved, right? This will be your homework. I've solved this question anyway, but you tried solve it from your side. I've solved a lot of questions like this, so please solve it from your side and give me the answer in the comment section. You can give me right now also, but please make an effort. Okay, solve it and give me the answer. All right, fine, let's see. So I'm gonna get this as 2 tan inverse of cos x. Okay, first one, excellent question. As I said, 2 tan inverse. Before I write that, I'll show you a formula. How much is it going to be? This is it. Tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square, bacha. Okay, what we're going to do about that, tell me here. Tan inverse of, what is x in this case? Please check. X is cos x. So tan inverse of 2 cos x upon 1 minus cos square x. Can you simplify this? Of course, sir. Tan inverse of what? 2 cos x upon simply sin square x. Simply what? Sin square x, right? 1 minus cos square is how much? Sin square x. Okay. Now I can write this LHS 2 tan inverse of cos x as this, tan inverse of 2x cos x upon sin square x. So let me use it. Let me use it over here. So I'll use it in this condition for the RHS part. So I'm writing here tan inverse of 2 cos x, okay, upon sin square x, okay, equals to what, bacha? Tan inverse 2 cosec x, right? The RHS and LHS, because I've written the LHS again in this term. Now am I equating these two parts? I can ignore the tan inverse. I can take tan on both sides. It will become what? This bracket itself. How will this look like? Please check. 2 cos x upon sin square x. 2 cos x upon sin square x equals to 2 cosec x. Please have a look. 2 cosec x. Yes. All right. Now please have a look So I can take everything on the other side. First cancel this 2 and 2. I get what? Cos x equals to what, bacha? Tell me here. Cosec x times of sin square x. Okay, and then bring this cos also there. 1 equals to what? Cosec x into sin x into sin x upon this cos x. Please check. So sin square I've written as sin x into sin x. What is the answer? Tell me here. This is going to be 1. Sin x into cos x is what? 1. So 1 times of tan x. How much is it, bacha? Tell me here. So tan x, right? So tan x equals to 1 when x is equals to what? Pi by 4. Answer for the first part is pi by 4. For the second part, okay, for the second part, I think the answer was 1 by root 3. I'll give you the answer. Please cross check. 1 by root 3. Please check. Okay. All right. Please check whatever it is coming as. So if you want, I can show you one step. Tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of x equals to 1 by 2 tan inverse of x, right? I can write this now, tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of x. This is 1 by 2 tan inverse of x. All right. So I can bring this over here, become 3 by 2. Correct, no? Chaliye, I have done it anyway. I'll not do the last step. You can solve from here. Pi by 4 will come and simplify, and you're going to get this answer as, what is it? X is equals to 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. Okay. So this is for question number 2. Hint for question number 2. Now what about question number 3, sir? Question number 3, have a look. Sin inverse of 1 minus x, 2 minus 2 sin inverse of x equals to pi by 2. Equal. Chaliye, let me write the question first. Sin inverse of 1 minus x minus 2 sin inverse of x minus 2 sin inverse of x, okay, equals to pi by 2. Equals to pi by 2. I'll do one step on this slide. Bring this over here. So pi by 2 plus 2 sin inverse of x. Okay, please see this. This is not the answer. I'll show you. I'll write in the next step, right? What I'm getting, sin inverse of what? 1 minus x equals to pi by 2 plus how much is it, bacha? 2 sin inverse of x. Okay, sir. All right, please check. Now can I apply this sign on that side? It will become 1 minus x. I'm going to get this as sine operating on pi by 2 plus 2 sine inverse of x, sir. Great. So 1 minus x equals to what, bacha? Cos of 2 sine inverse of x, right? Cos of 2 sine inverse of x. Now do one thing. I'll show you. Take sine inverse of x as theta. Okay, take this as theta. Okay. So what is going to be? Tell me, what is this going to be? This whole thing will become what? 1 minus x equals to, I'm talking about only RHS side. Okay, I'll not do it over here. I'm talking about only RHS side. This will become what? Cos, please check. Cos 2 into what? What is this? Theta, right? So cos 2 theta. What is the formula for this? 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Please check. Cos 2 theta is what? 1 minus 2 sine square theta. What is sine theta here? From here? Sine theta is simply x, sir. How much is that? 1 minus 2 x square. So I can replace this whole thing by 1 minus 2 x square. How? By taking theta as sine inverse of x. This becomes cos 2 theta. The formula is what? 1 minus 2 sine square theta. If sine inverse of x is theta, it means sine theta is x. So I wrote x as theta. So x as theta. Please check now. I can bring this 1 and 1 gets cancelled. I get this as 2x square minus x equals to 0. Take this common. I take here x also common. So x is common means 2x square minus x. So either x is 0 or x is 1 by 2. Okay. Please check. X equal to 0 if you put in this condition, x equal to 0. Sine inverse of 1, sir. What is the answer? pi by 2, because x is 0. Over here what? Sine inverse of, again this is 0, so this whole thing will become 0. This pi by 2, this pi by 2, so satisfied, no? So this is correct answer. Okay, this is the correct answer. What is the correct answer, sir? X equals to 0 is the correct answer. If you do this, this is what? 1 by 2, no? This is 1 by 2. Okay, this will not satisfy. If you check with this, no, this will not satisfy. This is the answer. X equals to 0 is the correct answer for the part number 3, sir. I'll write it over here also. X equals to 0. Okay, x equals to 0. For this for the first part, what did I get? For the first part I got pi by 4. I'll write it over here also. Pi by 4. Correct? Yes, pi by 4. Okay, so I hope this is simple to you. Very, very simple. This is the only step. Just take sine inverse of x as theta and then write it as cos 2 theta. Use the formula for the trigonometric identity and get the answer as, what is it? 1 minus 2x square theta, 1 minus 2x square, and put it here. You're gonna get this x as 0. Okay, x as 0. I'll show you from the beginning. Please have a look. All right. So this will complete your, so first part's answer is pi by 4. Second part answer is 1 by root 3. I've given you to solve it. Third part answer is x equals to 0. Okay, this is it. So I want you to solve it from your side also. I hope all of this was visible. I hope you understood everything. Now, as I said, I'll talk about some important topic that you have to do, you must do from this particular chapter. First thing is what? Understand the graph of the IDF. I don't want you to draw it. Please go through it. Please understand how the graph is drawn. Why doing the graph? Because that will help you understand the domain and range. See, I explained you the only 3 functions today, but you were able to, I know that you will be able to reconnect with me. Chali, domain and range you must know. Okay, the condition has to be known for you for all the 6 IDF. Okay, MCQs important because one question is coming, and why to make mistake in that simple chapter. Please understand this, how to work on MCQs, solve more and more question in MCQ section. Okay, last is was formulas of identity. You can see that today. 4x cube minus x cube means 4 cos q theta minus 3 cos theta. Okay, then we did questions on tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b. Okay, so which is basically about tan of a plus b or tan of a minus b. So we have so many identities which is there, cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta. You have to know the formulas. Okay, you have to know the identities which will act as formula in your questions. So you must know, bacha. Please make a note of it. Please have all the formulas at one place. Okay, and keep revising them. Do not mug it up. Do not mess it up. Like one formula is, let's say I'm writing the formula of cos 2 theta for sin 2 theta. Don't do that mistake. Remember the formulas and use the right formula in the question that is being asked from you. Okay, so I hope you found this session very helpful. Any feedback, anything that you want to say at the end of the session, if you want me to know something about the session, about the series, let me know. Okay, for the maths part, I will try to answer your queries. I'll try to resolve that situation. Okay, and come up with a better and better session every day. I promise that from my side. From your side, I want to promise, keep working hard. Solve all the questions. Okay, do not even miss one question. Please solve all the questions. Your boards is very near, bacha. If you won't work out, if you won't work and if you won't solve your problem right now, when you're gonna do it. Okay, so please, it's a request from your teacher, from me, solve all the questions. Okay, practice more and more. Just keep yourself healthy and keep practicing. Eat right food, and I'll see you in the next session. For now, take care. Bye bye.